Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Tuesday Night Live. And here we are. We're back at dear old Windy Bum. We're back in the land of all of my devices working, having Wi-Fi and all of that kind of thing. And I'll tell you what, it's a bit bloody chilly, isn't it? Is it chilly or is it me? Is it chilly where you are? Let me just check the. 20.5 degrees in the front parlour, but it does feel chilly. I actually felt a bit chilly this morning. It was a bit cold and damp in North Wales this morning, and you know what Nettie's like. She's so well insulated that she's normally roasting hot. But even Nettie was down to 19 degrees this morning. That's unheard of for Nettikins in the summer anyway. But yes, I made it home safely, darlings. Thank you for your company last night. And thank you for messages and comments and whatnot yesterday and today that I probably haven't replied to, but I will do tomorrow. Probably not tonight. I am knackered. I'm knackered. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm tired. I am tired. But an hour with you and a few glasses of cold white splush will revive me no end. And I will be a happy little soldier when I have my supper and toddle off up the wooden stairs to Bedfordshire. And supper last night. What? I should cocoa. First staff curry and Netti. Oh my goodness gracious me. That's the future. Bugger the Chinese stuff. It's staff curry for Netti from now on. Because if for no other reason, I loved that. That bowl was a delight to eat from. Oh, it was lovely. It was all just lovely. So anyway, we are here together for the next hour or so. We are going to wave away Tuesday and we are going to welcome in Wednesday, hump day, middle of the working week as was, and of course, half day closing in my home village of Glynneath. And we're going to be doing so in the company of our perpetual, permanent, perennial pals, our matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth, complete with their firstborn. Now, you will notice there is no two-ton Ted the Tenting Tin or Netty Petty Pisspot because, sadly, neither of those are going to get a tickle tonight. However, we... Right. Are we back, darlings? I've got no idea what happened there. Oh, shut up, Jimmy. Yeah, thank you, everybody who told me that it had frozen. There were quite a few of you. But I honestly don't know what happened there. Not a clue. Everything looked perfectly all right, my end. But obviously wasn't your end. And I don't know where I'd got to. Yeah, I don't know where I'd got to when I pinged off. So, oh, well, sod it. Well, I'll tell you what. I was probably banging on about the box being pounded, and then I was going on about supper last night and the drug. Oh, well, never mind all of that. Never mind all of that. Haven't got a clue. I'll tell you what, was I just on about the pounding, Nigel? Thanks, mate. But I can't remember the other stuff, whether I said that after or before. And I've kind of lost the magic of it now. I was talking about, oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll tell you what, I'll have a goodly slurp of wine. And then we'll get on to see who's with us and get on to your comments, which are very much the meat and potatoes of this pepperoni pizza that we are currently roller skating around on. So cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're taken unawares in the pottering pit, ladies. And above all, to each and every one of you, with all of my love, get stuffed. Oh, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. Right. Let's see who's with us. You've been busy, so I will have missed 50,000 million comments. But with us tonight, in no particular order, Jimmy, Mighty, Quinn, Burlington, Bertie, Benoit, Josh Homan, Emily Crayons, Mystic Hair, Peter P, Stew 693K, Kyle, good evening, Kyle, Nigel 00 Garage, Dan, Mystic Hair, Shelley Denise with her brother Shelley the nephew, the lovely Emma, Cairgun 1, Peter P again, Diamond 2025, the fabulous Janine Watts. I thought you were at work tonight. I forgot you were away. I wasn't expecting to see you. Independent Puppy. Josh, another Josh. We've got two Joshes. Wonderful. Always good to have a spare. Diddly-do. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon. Matron, owner-operator of the Community Bosom. Corey, hello, my lovely. Thanks for the call. Jimmy again. Me. I appeared in the... start saying you good night, darlings. JB2, Jim Bob II, a very good evening to you. Downloading your... I don't enjoy specialist publications, so I don't download them. Niska is with us. Oh, that's lovely. Tonic 110. Sorry, just whizzing through, darling, seeing if there's anybody new, and then we will actually clamber into the actual comments. No idea what happened there. But never mind. Never mind. The point is, we have still got 44 minutes to talk about anything we jolly well please. Thank you for the welcome backs. Thank you for that information, JB2. Slightly too much, possibly. The ghosts were pissed off because I went away. It could actually be that. Could be that. The flux capacitor was, yes, that was knackered. Diesel Forever 99. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. Well, you didn't miss anything as it happens. Guten Tag, says Carl. Guten Tag, wie geht es? Excellent. Splendid. Wonderful. I've caught up with the comments by ignoring virtually every single one of them. What I was saying, I think, before I buggered up, I was just saying that I couldn't tell you anything about Anglesey or the club site where I was, because I just got there, set Nettie up, and didn't shift from her. It was all about just that chilling out time with Nettie and the journey there and the journey back, which was fabulous. But bloody expensive. Oh God, cost even more in fuel than I thought it was going to. Bloody hellfire. Oh, I was right when I said it's just not viable to do that kind of trip in Netti. It's just not economically viable. Time is an issue as well because you're sitting at 50 instead of 75, unless you're going uphill, in which case you're sitting at 30, unless it's quite a steep hill, in which case you're doing 5 mile an hour in first gear. I didn't go below 30 on the motorway. Even on the big hill, I didn't go below 30. But yeah, so I wanted to do it. And I did it, and I enjoyed it. It was about giving Nettie a good run. It was about the treat of it, doing that road in Nettie. I knew it was going to cost a pissing fortune, and yes, it did. And you ache after doing a few hours in Nettie as well, because if you're a human being of normal size, which I am, quite frankly, darlings, then you have to kind of bend yourself into quite an odd position in order to operate Nettie. She's not really set up for somebody of my size. How was your burger, Boaty? Jimmy. Well, I have to thank you because you bought me lunch today and yesterday, because I had pretty much the same today as yesterday. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't have a drink because I had a bottle of water open in Nettie's fridge. But otherwise, I had the same again. I had medium fries, mayo chicken, and a hamburger with extra pickles and onions. So the tenner that you very kindly sent, sir, covered both of my lunches. So thank you for sponsoring both lunches on the Nettie Anglesey road trip. And I enjoyed both of the lunches very much. How was the drive home? Um, the drive back was absolutely great. There was none of the traffic that I encountered going down there. So I don't know why that was. I mean, I know it's school holidays. Maybe it's because on a Monday people are going away for the week, and that's why the roads were busy. I don't know. But the only traffic of any note on the way back was just going over the bridge, over from Anglesey back onto the mainland, because it filters down into a single lane. So there was a little bit of a 5 minute or so tail back there, and that was it. The rest of it was all clear as a bell. And yeah, I enjoyed it very much. The views are actually spectacular. What I didn't expect, I'd obviously forgotten, the views from Anglesey of Snowdonia. Given the right weather conditions, they are uh, they're really, really spectacular. And of course, I loved that stretch of the A55 then, because you get a different sensation going each way. Because for those who haven't driven it, you'll see on the video, the carriageway splits in on several occasions, and the one carriageway will go through a tunnel, the other carriageway will go around the edge of the promontory, and you get. But honestly, the sense of having the mountains so close on one side and then the sea on the other, just absolutely lovely. And when you're going back, you get a much better view of the Great Orme, and you can actually clearly make out the summit complex, which is where I might well be having lunch next week. Who knows? Who knows? We haven't begun to meticulously plan next Monday yet, but we probably will. So yeah, and I stopped off. I noted it on the way there. So I didn't want to pay like motorway or big road fuel prices. So I noticed that there was an Asda right by a junction. So I stopped off on the way back at the Asda to put fuel in. 100 quid of fuel, darlings. Ouch. Ouch. Uh, and I've got about a quarter of a tank left. So I stopped at the Asda and then I stopped at Chester Services for my lunch, and I enjoyed it. And I forgot that I was against the clock. I forgot I had to get back and go to the bloody restaurant. I was just enjoying a lovely, relaxed, meandering day. Oh, and so yeah, that was the drive back. Nettie is just incredible. I mean, she's an old girl, and yet didn't turn a hair. Now, I got told off on Facebook for cursing her because now I've said, you know, you said that she was good as gold. But we passed the 1,000 miles mark. Nettie and I have done over 1,000 miles together now. And, you know, a journey like that, and she was faultless, didn't miss a beat. But I was very careful how I worded it on the Facebook post because I knew I could curse it. So I said that she was yet to put a foot wrong, so that there was an implication that she might at some point. And she might, you never know. She's an old girl, but she was fabulous. She was fabulous. And I loved hanging out with her with you guys last night. All poshed up with electric hookup and the microwave and the toaster and the coffee machine and all of that. And I can report that supper was a game changer. Having staff curry and Netti, so much better than the Chinese that I had been eating. So staff curry is the future, not least because that bowl that I showed you last night, it's as nice to eat out of as it is to look at. And it is perfect for staff curry, rice, and roti. So supper was lovely, although I was fighting to stay awake. And after supper, I just clambered up into the podgering pit and fell unconscious. Last night was one of the very rare nights where I could have gone to bed without eating, even though I hadn't had a meal. I was so relaxed and so tired last night. Even during the live stream, I could happily have just gone to sleep. But I was a man, I was a big, brave boy. And I had my supper, listening to Johnny Nelson, who's a bit of a hero of mine. I'd love to meet the guy, and he's local. I really would love to meet him. Kind of inspirational to me. So I had my supper. Yeah, that was fabulous. I clambered up into the podgering pit without too much of a problem. I think I was asleep before I actually fully got in it. That's how tired I was. And I made a fundamental mistake, darlings. Because I was tired, really tired, I didn't have my last whittle of the night. And that bit me on the arse because my bladder woke me up. Normally, if the routine has been done correctly, my bladder will wake me up at about 7:30, something like that. But because I didn't have the last wee last night, I didn't go and have a try to shed a tear for Nelson. I just needed and wanted to be asleep. It's those of you who've done it will know, but if you're in a situation like that, whether it's a camper van or a motorhome or a tent or whatever, and you're away and you're near the sea and you're a bit tired because you've had a journey, or, you know, I'm always tired on a Monday, you know, weekend, the long weekend at work, and then up on Monday morning, a little bit of stress of getting away and all of that. And on a Monday night, you just relax and you just get a wave of tiredness. And by the time I'd inhaled my supper, which I enjoyed very much and filmed, there you go. So it's not even like I was drunk. I filmed everything. I just wanted to get to bed and didn't have that last week, which meant that I woke up needing my wee and kind of bent my head out of the podgering pit to look at the microwave to see the time, thinking, is it 7? Is it 7:30? Have I slept through until 8? It was 4:30. Oh God, it was 4:30. I'd slept for about, I don't know, 3 hours, something like that. So I had to clamber down from the podgering pit, go and do my whittling business, and then clamber back up. But I did that, and I went back to sleep. And that little, it's only about that thick, but whatever it is, that thing in Netti is amazing. It's like that thick, and it's so comfortable, so much more comfortable than my bed at home. It was lovely, and it all just came back to me. If cast your mind back, the last couple of times I was in Netti, we were off grid, and I slept downstairs. Well, back up in the podgering pit last night, it just all came back to me how lovely, how amazing it is up there. And I slept incredibly well and incredibly comfortably. I was in nothing like the pain that I usually am when I eventually did get up. So yeah, I got up feeling pretty good, got down from the podgering pit without any major problem. It was no more painful than getting out of bed here at Windy Bum. Do you know what? I think it's actually less painful because when you get out of the podgering pit, you kind of roll sideways. I don't use the ladder. I've never used the ladder. I tried using it that first night on the very first live stream, and it's not for me. So you just kind of slide sideways, swing your legs down. If you're still half asleep, you find the sofa, settee, dinette, chair, whatever you call it, thing, with your feet, and you plop down. So gravity's kind of on your side. So given the fact that my bed hadn't hurt me as much as it normally does, and instead of getting up from bed, which is the painful bit here at Windy Bum, I'm getting down with the aid of gravity, it was a lot less painful. So, God, I wish I was sleeping in the podgering pit tonight. To be honest, it was fabulous. So I got up. It had been raining. It was a bit chilly. It was grey and overcast, but I just had a nice morning. I didn't have any breakfast. I will be having what was for breakfast. I'll be having that for lunch tomorrow. Do you want to see? I've done it before. I've never eaten it. But this is about the third time I've taken a microwavable steak slice in Netti for a naughty holiday, easy, no washing up breakfast. Because you can bang this in the microwave, eat it out of the doings, boom, no washing up. Make a bacon sandwich, you've got to wash the grill pan up, the plate, the knife, the bloody turning, tongy, ladly things. And I thought, oh God, when was it? Ages back, I said I thought that a peppered steak slice, a Ginster's peppered steak slice, would make an amazing naughty breakfast. and I can't remember why, but I did it, and it was an amazing breakfast. So yeah, I've been taking one in Netti. Did it again. That's not against us. That's a pucker because it was on offer in Sainsbury's, and it was a quid cheaper. And every quid counts. You know, it's a quid to pound Sean's box, isn't it? But I've never eaten it. Only once have I had breakfast in Netti, and that was the first time that I went away alone because I thought I should, and I had a bacon sandwich. Since then, I've never had breakfast in Netti. I just never seem to be in the mood. Now, if I had somebody with me, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, there would be bacon sandwiches, or I might even cook a full English. It's different when you've got somebody with you. But on my own, I've just never bothered. And I didn't bother again this morning. I had my 2 cups of coffee. I didn't even have any juice. I buy a special thing of juice for Netti. Now, this is my Windy Bottom juice that I have every morning. First thing, before I have my coffee, I have a glass of this. And this is the same stuff, but in a smaller bottle. And this bottle fits Netti's cute little fridge, which worked perfectly yesterday. Thank you very much. I didn't even have juice this morning. It's still unopened. Oh, excuse me. Unforgivable. Wine burp. That'll be a wank word bingo. Oh, there's another one. Oh, 2 for the price of 1, darlings. Bog off. Buy 1, get 1 free. So yeah, just had my coffee, poodled around, and set off a little bit earlier than normal. Normally, you need to leave by 12. You can arrive at 1 or thereafter, and you have to leave by 12. Now, of course, yesterday I didn't get there until 5:30. It's quite nice doing the local ones because when I do the local ones, I get there at 1 o'clock and I've got loads of time to go off and do stuff. And you get the full 23 hours there. But yeah, this time I arrived late, I went early, and I spent too much on fuel, and I don't care. I wanted to do it. I've made a video about it. That'll be there for the memory banks. And that's my big fuck you to the bit of the universe that decided I needed to have an accident. And that was my it wasn't triumphant at all. That was my broken, crawling return back to pre-accident life. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad there'll be a video when I get around to doing it, which probably won't be until the weekend because I've got stuff to do over the next couple of days. I'm not going to have any free time until Friday at the earliest. Tomorrow's all booked up. Thursday's all booked up. Yeah, Friday before I'm going to get any editing time or anything like that. And yeah, I left the site at about 11:30. Normally I leave at like 30 seconds to 12. And it was what it was. It was just, it was a symbolic and emotional thing on one level, and on another level, it was a nice road trip in a near on 40-year-old vehicle that I happened to be in love with, and some nice chill time. I'll tell you one thing, I'll never do a grass pitch again. Off grid, yeah, but on a club site, I'll never do a grass pitch. I'll do hard standing because you can't get level. It's a nightmare trying to get level on a grass pitch. Whereas on the hard standing, chances are you can just roll onto it and you'll be near enough. I was all over the shop like a mad woman's drawers on that grass pitch. But there you go. It's another one. It's another set of Caravan and Motorhome Club paperwork. For all of the paperwork for each site, I've saved it. It's in Netti's file, and that's another one for the file. I love the fact that I haven't done a site twice yet. I will do, but I haven't done it yet. Every one has been a new site and for the first time. And I'll be keeping that up because in 2 weeks' time, I will be off with the lovely Jen, of course. I will be off to my old stamping ground, the Cotswolds, where I used to train when I was a young buck and a racing cyclist who was about to take over the world. So looking forward to that. 2 levels I'm looking forward to that. 3 levels. 1, I'm going to be driving on roads that I haven't been on since the last time I would have been on those roads, I would have been on a bike, either training or racing. Probably training because yeah, by that time my racing was on the continent. I was racing internationally rather than domestically. So they would have been training roads, but I'm not going to tell you the exact site I'm going to because I would if it was just me, but it's not just me. So, you have to keep security and all of that. But I can tell you that it is one of these sites in the Cotswolds. It's in an area that I used to know incredibly well. So, yeah, that's the one level of thing I'm looking forward to is that it's going to be reacquainting myself with an area that I've not been to for 35 years, but where I used to be almost every day. Because if I was in the UK, then my training routes were either, because you head for hills, you need to hurt yourself, so you head for hills. So my training routes were either, I was based in Redditch. Obviously, that's where I was brought up. Once we came over the bridge from Wales, Redditch in Worcestershire, short time in Birmingham. And then I think I was 6 or 7. I can't remember when. That's part of my childhood that's repressed. There were about 6 or 7 years of my childhood that I simply can't remember because some really unpleasant things happened to me. So I just thought, and I can't remember when I did this. I just thought, right, I'll put all of that stuff in a box, close the lid, and never look at it again. I think I must have done that quite at the time, really, because I know that the powers that be brought child psychologists and whatnot in, and I've got a vague thing of thinking that I can't be doing with that. Bollocks to all that. I'll just put it in a box, forget about it, and crack on with it. So that's what I kind of did, but that means that most of my childhood I've got absolutely no memory of whatsoever. So I don't know what age I was when we moved there, but I would have been about 6, 7, something like that. So yeah, that's where I was based, Redditch in Worcestershire. And my training routes were either from Redditch, I would head out to Hereford, that kind of way, do circuits around the Malverns, get the climbs in there, get the hills in there. Or more usually, I would head out through Bidford on Avon, head out that way, head out to the Cotswolds. And so many climbs there. My training rides would normally be, if it was just normal training, then there'd be about 130, 140 miles each day. So yeah, head out to the Cotswolds. I would do Dovers, St. Bree, Fish Hill if I was wanting to take it easy. And the Malverns, obviously, you've got British Camp, you've got the You got the witch cutting. I would always do circuits around the Malverns and do all of them. I did the same in the Cotswolds. Dovers and Saintbury were pigs, especially Dovers. Dovers, oh God, Dovers, swine of a hill. But cycling talk, warning. Because I was a sprinter and a powerhouse, those hills were short enough that I could use power to overcome them. And I thought I was all right on climbs until I went out to the continent and started doing mountain passes like, I don't know, like L'Arc d'Huez, Col d'Izoard, Pedasord, all of those. And suddenly you can't power over those. So I realised that I remember I was in the group Petto cycling term. Sometimes known as the laughing group. All of the people who can't climb, but who are going for other things in a stage race. So, going for the points jersey, going for stage wins, whatever. And when you're in a day in the mountains, we'd have the laughing group or the whatever you wanted to call it. And all the non-climbers would cling together and just try and get in within the time limit at a stage. Because remember, I was racing in the days before proper blood doping. Now, if I'd have raced 10 years later, I could have won the Tour de France because drugs would have been available, which would have meant that I could climb mountains. But even with the massive VO2 max that I was born with, yeah, I couldn't. And I remember turning around and looking to a mate when we were grovelling up. I think it was the Col de Pedasord. And we're groveling up there. And I remember just turning to him and saying, I tell you this, mate, I'll never be a climber. I think I said it in French. I think he was French. Grimpeur, that's the French term. Anyway, I'll be in trouble now. I've talked about cycling. You'll all be shouting at me. Don't forget to fill your wine up. I never forget that. Mustard can get 90 miles per gallon in a huge old estate. How does that work, says Stu? I've got no idea. Dan says Netti wants the equivalent diesel engine put in. Yeah, no, I want to keep her original. In a dream world, I would keep Netti totally original. Well, but with a sympathetic restoration, and I would use her accordingly. But I'd have another smaller camper van type thing for doing off-grid stuff and longer trips. And that would be like a newer version of Netti, but not a motorhome, a camper van. If I won the lottery or something like that, I'd have a newer Peugeot Boxer, maybe 10 or 15 years newer than Netti, so that you're into, much more modern turbo diesel, smaller camper van, and I'd use that for, doing a mustard and sodding up to Scotland overnight or something like that. But I don't want to ask about with Netti too much. As long as I'm poor, then I'll just keep her limping along as she is and try and make what little improvements I can. And if I won the lottery, I'd have a bit of restoration work done on her, but I wouldn't change something like the engine. I'd like to keep her largely original. And changing the engine is a bit kind of fundamental, isn't it, really? Netti's not very streamlined. About as streamlined as a bloody wardrobe, yeah. Netti's petrol, and petrol's rinse off fuel. But did you sleep any better in the pottering pit? Yes, I did. If you enjoyed it, then it was worth it, says Nigel. Exactly. Oh, pickles, says Emily. Please stop eating them. No, I love pickles. I'm not stopping. How much was the petrol? Asked Jimmy. Jimmy, I put 50 quid in at the local garage when I set off, and no, hang on, I tell a lie. I put 20 quid in beforehand, put 50 quid in at Carver Crossroads, and then put 30 quid in on the way back at the Asda. And I've got about it's showing about a quarter of a tank left, although the fuel gauge has got a bit of a mind of its own, and the last quarter of a tank kind of just buggers off. Can Netty be converted to LPG? I wouldn't bother. LPG isn't it's not as popular as it once was. It's not as plentiful as it once was. And no, I'd like to keep Netty original. Largely original. And, I can use her for relatively local things. With the occasional jolly, like we did, like we've done the last couple of days, because I love driving her. I know she's slow. I know she's awkward to drive. I know she causes you pain because you have to contort yourself. I mean, honestly, come and sit in the passenger seat and watch how I have to drive Nettie, because there is zero room in that cab. I do plan to change the seats. And if I change the seats, I will set them a little bit further back if possible to give me a little bit more room.
Hiya, Boaty.
Hello.
Just going back to your conversation you was having about last night, you went to the bar. You went to bed without going to the bathroom,
Yes.
as you generally do,
Yes.
and you had to climb out in the middle of the night. Here's what happens with our motorhome. You've seen our motorhome. Just so people know, we've got a 4-berth motorhome. At the back of the van, in the bedroom, there is 2 single beds with a door to shut that off. Over the seating area, the lounge area, there's a drop-down bed with a ladder that you can climb up. So generally, I will be the first one that climbs up because I don't want to sleep on the side where you climb up, because I'm so accident prone, and because I've broken my back, I don't want to fall out of the bed. And the side I sleep, there is like a netting that stops you falling out, because otherwise I'm going to fall out the other side. So in the night, if I need to go to the bathroom, what happens is, obviously there's one way in, one way out. I have to wake my partner up, turn on the light, climb over my partner, get down the stairs. We generally don't use the bathroom in the motorhome because I'd rather just walk to the toilet. So I get dressed, go out the motorhome, find the toilets, come back. It's pitch black. 9 times out of 10, I don't take my phone. I will get lost coming back to the motorhome until I've been out a few times. My partner always tells me to take my phone, to use the light. There's me, no, I'm fine. And he's worried about me falling over in the dark because of my broken back. So when I get back, I come in, obviously shut the door again. Then I have to climb up a ladder, climb over my partner again. Obviously, I have to wake him up twice. get back in bed, turn the light out, then go to sleep. So yeah, I get that one. I don't go to the toilet before I go to sleep, because what we do is downstairs in the seating area, we've got a telly, we watch the telly. But for the upstairs drop down bed, I bought a projector. So we watch telly, Netflix and stuff like that upstairs, and I just don't want to get out of bed to go to the toilet before I go to sleep. But 9 times out of 10, I have to do it anyway. So it's just the way you said about it. You needed to go, you thought it was morning. I'm exactly the same. So I thought I'd tell you my experience on that, and I'm so sorry it's a long one. Take care.
Don't be sorry. We need more of this sort of thing. I love hearing stories like that. And to be honest, my heart goes out to your poor bloody partner. You can't be asked to go for a whittle. I mean, okay, well, you obviously use your bed as a relaxation area, and you watch whatever it is you watch on your projected screen. I don't do that. I don't watch television. I don't have a television in Netti or here in Windybum. It's not something that I feel the need for. 10 years TV free. Last night, for example, I was listening to a podcast, as I said, Tris Dixon and Johnny Nelson. If you didn't realize, then I'm heavily into boxing. If I hadn't have been a cyclist, then I would have been a boxer. But oh God, your poor partner. So you've relaxed. You can't be asked to go to the loo, and then in the middle, and then why don't you use the motorhome bog? I mean, that's a step too far for me. I'll tell you one thing. There is no way on God's good bloody earth that I'm going to get up in the middle of the night or at 6 o'clock in the morning or whenever, get dressed, trudge Christ knows how far across a site to go to the latrines, the toilet block. Oh, bugger that. No. Right. We know that there are no solids to be passed in Netti, but why would you put yourself through all of that to have a wee? You've got a nice, beautiful, brand new modern motorhome. Use the bog. Use the bog. Don't get dressed in the middle of the night and risk your poor broken back and all of that stumbling around. Just use the bog. That's what it's there for. It's only a wee. It won't do any harm. It's easy to flush out your bog of a wee. It's it's only if you've been fully servicing the toilet that things get difficult. A wee is easy. Put the right doings in the fluid thing and just whittle away. Oh no. And clambering. Oh God, your poor partner. If I was your partner, then I would throw you out of the bed. It would be like this. It would be I don't know what, I've got no idea what you watch, but you've watched the last episode of series 1 of Gavin and Stacey, and you said, "Oh, I loved that, darling. I remember the first time I watched that with you. I remember too, darling. It was lovely. Brings back memories. We've had a lovely night, haven't we? We have. Isn't it amazing being here in Scotland? Oh, it is amazing. And you made it more amazing by cooking that wonderful meal. Thank you. Thank you so much for my deep fried Milky Way and chips. You're welcome. You're welcome. It was lovely. I'm ready for sleep now. I forced myself to stay awake to watch the end of that episode of Gavin and Stacey. I'm the same. I'm ready for sleep. Good night. Good night. Oh, hang on. Go to the bog, because you're going to wake me up in 2.5 hours' time. Go. No, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to go to the toilet. I'm too tired, darling. I'm just going to. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll make it through the night. I'll just go to sleep. I'll cuddle in. Good night. Good night. No, bugger that. Go to the bog. Go on. And go to the bog in the motorhome. Don't go traipsing across the site, for Christ's sake. God almighty. We might as well have bought a tent. We're lying here in a £90,000 motorhome, and you're insisting on going to the toilet block, for Christ's sake. What's the point in spending 90 grand on a motorhome and pissing in the latrines? We might as well have bought a tent for 300 quid from Go Outdoors. Use the bogs, that's what it's there for. It's like I was there, wasn't it? My fuel bill would put yours to shame, says Nigel. You're probably right. Absolutely, Benoit. Full enjoyment from the Netti trip. I am. I'm totally in love with Netti. Flippin' X, says Keg on one. Mine gets me to 10 being back for about 50. Did you pack away the little chef plate? Asked Mr. K. Yes, I did. Staff curry, Netti, 2 ticks. Absolutely. It's like rain. 4:30. I'm just going to bed, says Jimmy Quinn. But you live a different life to me. I was knackered last night. I was making supper and I was exchanging WhatsApp messages with a friend, and I just had to abandon. I had to abandon everything. Got me supper, got it down my neck, and then everything just went to pot. I just went, yeah, no. I was clambered up into the pottering pit and yeah, unconscious. That's the worst, says Jen. Having to get up to squirt your lemon, half plonkered and asleep. I was all right, Jen. I was all right actually. Now last night there have been one occasion in Netti. You all know it. It was night 2 at Buxton when I was absolutely K-lied in Netti. The rest of the time, and last night is a perfect example. I'd had a bottle of wine, admittedly. Actually, I had a bottle and a bit. I did about a bottle and a quarter last night of wine. But I was tired more than anything. So when my bladder woke me up at 4:30, I was fine. Looked at the clock and thought, oh, it's 4:30. Went to the loo, no problem. Clambered down, went to the loo, not the toilet block, just my loo. That's why it's there. Oh, God. I've used the toilet block once. And again, that was day 2. That was day 2 of Netti. My only multi-night stay over. That first thing when I did 2 nights instead of 1. And I did have to use the toilet block then because, you know, day 2, me and Carol, we'd done the big walk through the forest and gone into Buxton for lunch. And on the way back, Mr. Brown kind of appeared at reception. So when we got back to the site, I just headed straight for the toilet block. But that's the only time. Other than that, it's been single nights. I don't leave on the Monday until my Monday morning regular visit has occurred, and then I leave. And then on Tuesday, I delay my Tuesday morning one until Tuesday afternoon, and I do it when I come back. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. But I was fine. The 4:30 one, I was absolutely fine. I wasn't bladdered or anything like that. And, you know, moving when you're asleep, I can cope with that. It was grand. I even remember that I remembered to do this. When I went to the loo, I did it properly. I twisted the thing, opened the trapdoor, did my little whittle, flushed, closed the thing, did it properly. Oh, you can be treated to another voice note, you lucky people.
Okay, Mr. Boaty, looks like I'm on pounding duties.
Oh, yeah, nobody's done
As
that.
no one else wants to contribute.
Oh, well done, Jen.
I suggest you pound your box. Oh,
Oh.
twat.
Are you wearing that nightie? £2, a double pounding. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And again, 3, 2, 1. Listen to that. Listen to that now. Well, that should be Sean's box, well and truly satisfied for the night, shouldn't it? Oh, right. What time is it? Oh, God, time has marched on, hasn't it? You've had my food news. Breakfast, nothing, not even juice, no toast, just coffee, 2 coffees. Lunch, chicken McDonald's. Supper tonight, staff curry, obviously. And lunch tomorrow will be today's breakfast with some chips and salad and actually no, maybe no chips, just with a nice salad and some of my dressing. I am knackered now. Right, I'm going to whiz through the rest of the comments. Start saying your good nights. But thank you all for. Sorry, tonight's been a bit of a train crash again. Oh dear. We'll have a proper one tomorrow. Right, here we go. I do like a classy bird like Jen, says JB2. Well, don't we all? $23.31 says Diesel Forever. Oh Christ, I'm half an hour behind. Right. Oh, yeah, okay. Right. God. Okay, tonight's a write-off. Oh, socks with sandals reference. Oh, Nigel, really? Really? Oh, that's terrible. Were you a cyclist, Boaty? Do tell, says JB2. Piss-taking swine. I think I may know the site in the Cotswolds you speak of, Boaty, says Mystic Hair. I'm so looking forward to it. I didn't finish talking about that. Oh yeah, I said there were 3 things that I was looking forward to. The one is the reconnection with the area, driving some of the roads that I used to drop sweat on. Number 2 is the site itself. I'm really excited about the site itself because it looks amazing for a number of reasons, but I can't tell you about them because then you'd know which one it was. And number three is community connection. I'm going to be meeting Jen. We're going to be, oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have such a laugh. And you're right, Boaty. It's a ruddy, bloody, beautiful place. Oh, thank you, Mystic. Well, I made a good choice then. Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I love this. I love this. I can go off on one. You don't need me. You're all very happily making sense of everything amongst yourselves in the comments. Mike Potter, good evening. Well, he's on about cycling, says Nigel. I'll just be over here memorising the Greater London Underground wiring diagram. Yes, all right. Exactly. Sub to Emily. She does clippage. Oh, bless you, Emily. Thank you very much. And thank you, Corey. And thank you, everyone who's been really active. I've loved that over the last few days, there have been messages, comments, all of that kind of thing. And I apologize that I've maybe not responded to all of them, but it's been a bit mad. But I appreciate every single one. 11:45. Thank you, Jimmy. I'm catching up by Auntie Wainwright Special Ops. Oh, God. Bless you. I can't get rid of the ladder. The ladder's part of Netti. Carol used to use the ladder. There's, God, talking about wonk bunk material. Oh, what? Boaty knows all about falling off beds. Once it happened. Once. I was going to leave a voice note telling Boaty about the dream I had making naan bread at the restaurant a few nights ago, says Diesel Forever. But I think I would feel like a fool, but maybe you wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind in the least. I will gladly teach you how to make a naan bread if you would like to. And you can actually come to the restaurant and make your own naan bread. There you go. There's a channel membership perk. Would you like to come to the restaurant and make your own naan bread or your own curry under instruction from me or Ram or somebody else who knows what they're doing? All of these things are possible. I once had a dream about helping Peter P hang curtains at Windy Bum. That's weird. That's weird. I once, says Matron, had a terrible dream about Boaty and couldn't look him in the eye on the next live stream because of it. I can't read that, Emma, and you should be ashamed of yourself. God. I will put out part 2 of the MHM video. I just haven't had a chance yet. There are videos to come, darlings. It will happen. Oh, midnight and 1. Oh, I'm only 11 minutes behind. Right, let's just ignore these quickly. I want my supper now. Always a nervous time visiting the toilet block in the wee small hours. Well, don't do it. Don't do it. Do it in your motorhome. I remember Boaty protesting that he only has a cheeky McDonald's once or twice a year. Yeah, okay. Admittedly, I've had I've had one 2 days running. So things are changing. Mr. George Roger Boaty. Oh, thank God, everybody's saying good night. Boaty ain't your average human. Just saying. Well, that's bloody true, isn't it? That's bloody true. God Almighty. It's fun, though, isn't it? It is fun. Oh, life should be fun. Life should be fun. When the time comes and you turn your face to the wall and you take your last breath or your last cough or whatever, think about all of the fun. Oh, cram as much in as you can. Yes, we all have to go to work. We all have to pay our bills. But in the time that you get, whether it's an hour a day doing a live stream like this, or one day a week when you get your night off, do something. Oh, do something that makes life worthwhile. Whatever it is, it's different for different people. I don't regret my McDonald's. Nigel's now imagining a bus full of members turning up at the restaurant to make curry. Ram would love that. Ram would love that. Ram's always nagging at me to get you all to come, and he wants to cook for you or teach you how to cook or whatever. The restaurant, in case it's not clear, all of the staff are totally on board with the YouTube thing. Some of you know that because you've already been, but yeah, the restaurant is an element of the community. And if you come to the restaurant, you can be treated like a VIP, or you can come and work with me, like Alan had to, delivering curries, or you can come like Emma did and do a combination of everything. Watch me running around like a blue ass fly. But if you come to the restaurant and you're part of the community, then you've got the golden key. You can do whatever you want. You can sit and be treated like the ultimate VIP. Ram will cook for you. He will present the dishes to you. Or you can learn how to cook your own under instruction, or you can come and do some work, deliver takeaways, wash the dishes. It's all in the mix. I'm going to suck. Right. Oh, I've reached the end of the comments. And on that note, I'm going to immediately and unashamedly sod off and throw my clothes off. Do you know what? I'm not going to have a shower tonight. And I'm not even sorry. I'm too tired. I got home today at about 4:15. I very quickly got the chilled stuff out of Netti. Excuse me. I had a poo. I did. I had a shower. Oh God, digestive system falling apart. Oh my God. I had a shower and I went off to work. And I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not doing it. I just want to sleep. So I'm going to change into my night attire. I'm not going to have a shower. I'll have two tomorrow anyway. I'm just going to get changed, have a shower, go to sleep. And I will see all of you wonderful people. Oh, you can all meet me. Anybody can meet me if you want to. It's easy. Come and meet me in Netti. Come to Windy Bum. Come to the restaurant. God knows it's easy enough. But yeah, right. Okay. Let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night. Let me wish you all a good day tomorrow. May it bring you joy. May it bring you pleasure. May it at the very least be manageable. Thank you so much for your company tonight, last night, during the day, all of that. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. Wednesday night live, same time, same place, 11 o'clock, Windy Bum. Hopefully the live stream won't get fucked up beyond all recognition. Can't wait to see you then. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, pachoo. And indeed, you know what's coming. Oh yes, here it comes. Gosh. Staff curry. Oh.